I don't know how much sense this is going to make to you, but I'm telling you, God is real. I was just thinking about, we call on God to ask Him, show me something. Where are you? Come help me. But the way in which He comes to help us, a lot of times it's not how we expect the help to come. Listen, when you come and you call on God to help you, you might just lose everything. You might go through a period of poverty, like right after you call on Him. You might run into the worst relationship you ever had. Because what happens is, in order for you to really receive the benefits of what God has for you, you got to be all in. And so, in order for you to see Him, He has to put you in a position a lot of times, not all the time, but for the most of us, being as stubborn as we are and hypocritical as we are, and hiding what we really feel from ourselves, especially what we really feel about God. It's like we got to be put in a position where there's nothing else, there's no one else, there's no other help. And then, maybe, we'll really turn to Him. Because when we were asking Him before, it was just a little bad. But when it gets really bad, we're really going to be yelling out to Him. 2 times that we honestly yell out to God is when things feel really, really good and when things feel really, really bad. Think about it. So what happens is, you always have free will. So you have the choice to say F God, turn against Him, then try to talk to other people and turn them against God because of your own frustration of not seeing God, or God not showing you what you wanted to see, how you wanted to see it. And you give up before the miracle actually happens. If you look at the example of Jesus, He was in poverty, but He wasn't impoverished. He had nothing, but He also had everything. He had everything because of the way He thought, because of the way He felt, because of His certainty, because of what He knew. What He knew gave Him everything. You want to see God? You probably can't see God with all your stuff around you, with all your women around you helping you, with all your men around you helping you, with all your family around you helping you. But you will see Him in your darkest hour when you don't give up on Him. And you find out that you're okay. That you're okay. In fact, you'll begin to elevate in ways in which you never imagined that you could ever elevate before. But this type of realization, I mean, you're asking for the realization of the greatest power in the universe, in the everything. You're asking for the power of everything to show itself to you. And you want that to happen while you're in some sort of comfort. A lot of times it doesn't. Eventually it does. Eventually it does. But a lot of times, see, God is truth. And the truth has to first break you down before it builds you up. You can't see God while you're living in an illusion. You will never see God in the midst of an illusion that you want to keep around you. And because you won't, because it doesn't make sense to, you then want to blame him. As if God is some sort of servant for you, when in actuality you are his servant. You have no right to place any demands upon him when he is your master, your creator. What demands can you place upon your creator? And if you don't get your demands, then you pout like a child and try to turn other people against God like you do a girl that doesn't like you, or a guy that doesn't like you. Or when your parents don't give you something you want, then you go around and you tell the rest of the family that your mom or your dad is being bad to you. Or your kid doesn't act a certain way that you want him to act, so you go around and tell the rest of the family that your kid is being a bad kid or something like that. You want to treat God that way? Really? You're asking for the greatest power of all to reveal itself to you. And you think you don't have to be stripped down in order to see it. Be careful what you ask for. But after you are stripped down, and your heart and your mind is enlightened, and the truth is revealed to you, that God has always been with you, and that there's no reason to call out to him for help because he's already helping. You just don't understand his help. It's after that that he brings people to bless you with gifts and favors, but just certain people, not everyone. And then gives you gifts so that you can bless others. But he warns you, do not cast your pearls among swine. Some people don't want God. They just want your godly energy. They want to energize themselves off of you and the power that you have that God has given you. But they don't want God. They just want to use you. Some of you don't even have to acknowledge God, and he's giving you gifts to energize and heal others and help others. And these people see the divinity in you, but don't recognize it. All they recognize is that you have the ability to make them feel better about themselves. Because you talk about change. Because you have. And they listen to you. And they pretend that they really want to change. They pretend that they really hear you. They pretend that they really believe you. They pretend that they really trust you. They pretend that something is really happening in them, but it's not. They don't want what you offer, except whatever you have that makes them feel good, whatever it is. Because you're a rebound, you see. A spiritual rebound, a mental rebound. an emotional rebound, and maybe possibly a physical one as well. People can easily become users. Easily. Especially if someone is constantly just offering to overgive. We're not meant to save everybody. We're meant to save ourselves and share that experience with everybody. Stop trying to save people. That's God's job. Just be a walking testimony. Just be an example. And trust that He'll do His job. Just trust that He'll do His part. You do yours, He does His. You're not God. You're not the Savior. He is. Play your part. Stay in your lane. And do it with love. Treat people good. Give God His props. And be your authentic self. Regardless. All right, y'all. That's a wrap for today. I hope it touched somebody. Have a good day.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, just out here trying to get it. You know?
I hear you on that one.
So what you been up to nowadays? I heard what happened with your band and all that. A lot of people went hard at you.
Yeah, it ain't about nothing though. I had to keep it moving, you know what I mean? But I really want to tell you, man, that I had to turn to God for justice, man. I really did. And I came through right now to say something to you about it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a few minutes to listen to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I understand where you coming from. Say less, but you ain't gotta preach. I seen what you been through. From them cold nights to the weight that hit you. You still here, and I respect how you rise. But when you say God, I just reach for the skies.
Nah, I feel you. I ain't pushing no label. I just know who pulled me up from the table. I was down bad, fam. Life cut me deep. But I ain't wake up alone when I rose from that sleep.
You always move different, that's a fact, no doubt. But I ain't never see you doing it with a clout. So if you say God walk with you through the flame, maybe it is something different behind that name.
Look, I don't claim church, I don't wear no crown. But that man named Jesus held me when I was down. Not religion, just a real one who felt the same. Ostracized and judged, but still moved in God's name.
That's deep, I never heard it said like that. Not about robes, just a man who got spat on. Still loved through the hate, stood tall through the pain. Maybe that's why you never broke in the rain.
Exactly, he showed what power could look like. Calm, not loud, but a presence that could settle a storm. I ain't telling you join the crowd, just believe in something higher. Ever feel lost, just call, he'll reply through the fire.
Man, you really gave me something to think about. Now that you put it that way, cause I ain't ever heard it that way. They don't teach you that when you coming up.
Yeah, I already understand. You could think of a lot of people that you know from the hood that the gun got pulled in their face, but when the trigger got pulled, the bullet didn't come out. And then later on, the bullet started flying. I'm telling you, God is real. It's something to recognize.
Yeah, and you giving me something to think about. I'm already getting tired of being sick and tired. So maybe it's time for a change.
Psalms 82, verse 6.